Hello guys, I am Sarvajit Das and this is my first YouTube video, and in this video I am gonna show you a new approach that explains why five-fold symmetry and symmetries higher than 6 are not possible in natural occurring crystals. Um, Actually, I have reached to this approach while doing some random mathematics and calculations. So guys, this may be a raw and a new idea, and even I am not sure is it right or wrong to present before you, but this is significantly satisfying for the symmetry axis that exist and for those which do not exist. So as you know that there are one fold, two fold, three fold, four fold and six fold symmetries, and they exist because points for a one fold, straight line for two fold, equilateral triangle for three fold, square for four fold, and hexagons for six fold can fill up an area with no gap, which is not in case of pentagons and many other polygons having sides greater than 6. And I'm gonna show you this by the help of some diagrams. Actually, I have to draw for one fold and two fold. Actually, if I will try to cover an area with some dots, then there are infinite number of dots that I can draw. So a 360-degree rotation about a point satisfactorily explain the one fold symmetry. Whereas for a two-fold symmetry, the 2 points must be separated at about 180-degree angle. For a three-fold and for a three-fold, four-fold and six-fold symmetry, as we can see, triangles, squares and hexagons enclose a given area, and hence an angle of rotation of 120-degree, 90-degree and 60-degree are possible respectively. But in case of five-fold symmetry, okay, in case of five-fold symmetry and symmetries higher than 6, we can see that I have drawn some regular pentagons and some octagons, but after drawing you can see there are some gaps. Okay, actually I have marked it as question marks. There are some gaps, and these gaps cannot be filled by these regular pentagons. So this explains yes, this explains that five-fold symmetry and eight-fold or 10-fold or 12-fold or greater fold symmetry axis cannot be possible. So what I am gonna uh, what I am gonna show you by my method, what I have derived. Okay, let's come to the formula directly. I will explain the formula in detail. So what the formula says is that angle needed to make 90-degree into 4 bracket plus amount of angle of rotation for that particular symmetric axis. So if I will take the angle needed for to make 90-degree as x, and amount of angle of rotation for that particular symmetric axis as y, then my formula will be x into 4 plus y degree, whereas x plus y is equal to 90-degree. So let's do it for one fold, two fold, three fold symmetry. Okay, so what my formula says is that x degree into 4 plus y degree. Okay, so for one fold symmetry, what is the angle of rotation? It's 360 degree. Okay, for one fold symmetry, angle of rotation is 360 degree. Okay, so how many angle I need to make an angle of 90 degree? Of course, it's a minus 270 degree. That means if I will subtract 270 degree from 360, then I will get an angle of 90 degree. Okay, actually I have taken that 90 degree as a reference angle. Okay, so here my x is equal to minus 270. That means that angle that is needed to make an angle of 90 degree. Okay, and y is equal to 360 degree angle of rotation, one fold symmetry, so it's 360 degree rotation. And what's the and another part is x is multiplied by 4. Why 4? Because I want a 90 degree, so I have to calculate it for 4 quadrants, hence I have multiplied it by 4. So according to the formula, x is equal to minus 270 into 4 plus 360 degree is equal to minus 1080 plus 360 is equal to minus 720 degree. So if we'll ignore this negative sign, okay, if we'll ignore this negative sign, then I can explain 720 is equal to 360 into 2, that is as a multiple of whole number of 360. Okay, now let's do it for two-fold symmetry. For two-fold symmetry, the angle of rotation is 180 degree. Okay, so how many angle that I need to make an angle of 90 degree? It's of course an angle of minus 90. So then I will get an angle of 90 degree. So here my x is equal to minus 90 and my y is equal to 180 degree. So according to the formula, it's minus 90 into 4 plus 180 is equal to minus 360 plus 180 is equal to, it's minus 180. So if I will ignore this negative sign, then I can write that 180 is equal to 360 by 2. And again I have expressed this angle as a factor of 360, and similarly I can do it for threefold symmetry. Threefold for threefold symmetry, the angle of rotation is equal to 120 degree. So how many angle that I need to make an angle of 30 degree? Of course it's minus 30 degree. It's minus 30 degree. Minus 30 degree. Then I will get an angle of 90 degree. So here my x is equal to minus 30 degree and my y is equal to 120 degree. So according to the formula, minus 30 degree into 4 plus 120, which is equal to minus 120 plus 120 is equal to 0. And I can express this as 0 into 360 or 0 by 360, anything else. Okay. Actually, I have calculated this for also for 4-fold and 6-fold symmetry also. Now you can look. For 4-fold symmetry, x is equal to 0 degree, because for 4-fold symmetry the angle of rotation is equal to 90 degree. So I need 0 degree angle to make a 90 degree. So x is 0 degree into 4 plus angle of rotation, that is 90 degree. That is 0 plus 90 is equal to 90. And I can write it 360 by 4. Similarly, for 6-fold rotation, the resultant is 180 degree and I can write it 360 by 2. Okay friends, if I will calculate this for 5-fold, 8-fold, 9-fold, first we'll come to 5-fold symmetry. Okay, for 5-fold symmetry, what I have done, the angle of rotation is 72 degree. How can I know the angle of rotation? That is 360 divided by 5, that is 72 degree. So how many angle that I need to make a 90 degree? That is plus 18. That means what I want to say, for 5-fold symmetry, the angle of rotation is 72 degree. So I need plus 18 angle to make an angle of 90 degree. So my x is plus 18. So plus 18 into 4 plus angle of rotation, that is 72 degree. So 72 plus 72 is equal to 144. And you can see that I cannot express this 144 degree angle as a factor or as a multiple of 360, because 360 divided by 144 is equal to 2.5, which is a rational number. Okay, Now we'll see this, we'll apply this formula for higher order symmetry, higher fold of symmetry. For 8 fold of symmetry, the angle of rotation is equal to 45 degree, hence another plus 45, I need to make an angle of 90 degrees. So 45 into 4 plus 45 is equal to 180, plus 45 is equal to 225 degree, and this also cannot be expressed as a factor or as a multiple of 360, because 360 divided by 225 is equal to 1.6. And I have actually done it for 9 fold, 10 fold, 12 fold, 15 fold, 18 fold, 20 fold, 30 fold symmetry. You can also do it for 45 fold symmetry, 60 fold symmetry, anything. And up to 30 fold symmetry, what I have done is that the resultant is 252, 270, 280 degree, 300 degree, 306, 324 degree, and clearly we can see that we cannot convert this angle as a factor or as a multiple of 360 degree. So what is our conclusion? So our conclusion is that is actually very simple, and we just need some small observations. That what our conclusion is that if the answer or the result will be a multiple or factor of 360 by a whole number, that is 0 to n, then the axis of symmetry exists, which is true for 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 fold symmetry. And if the answer will be a rational product of 360 degree, then the axis of symmetry does not exist. That is that what we saw in case of 5 fold symmetry, 8 fold symmetry, 9 fold symmetry. What we can clearly see that the 144, 220, 225, 240 degree, 252, these angles cannot be expressed as a factor of 360 degree. So friends, this is actually my conclusion. Okay, hope you all liked and enjoyed this video. So please like, comment, subscribe and share to my channel. Thank you.